Okay guys, welcome to Pass on the Help, and today we are going to discuss the topic of what are the recent changes that the Indian authorities have made in the issuance of police clearance certificates. So we will divide this video into three different sections. In the first section we will discuss what was the current process till now, or what was the process till April 30th about the police clearance certificate issuance. Second point, we will discuss what are the changes that the Indian authorities have made, and the third point, we will discuss how will that impact us and what are the measures that we should take to minimize that impact. So without any further delay, we will start the video. But before that, please do subscribe to the channel if you are not done that, because we will be discussing more of the PCC stuff, and I will be coming up with more videos on the PCC. So without any further delay, let's get started. So the first point that we are going to discuss is what is the current process, or what was the current process till April 30th for the issuance of police clearance certificate. So we'll stick to the specific point of permanent address. Now, if the permanent address that you have mentioned on your application form matches with the permanent address that you have mentioned in your passport, if those two permanent addresses of India are the same, then earlier till April 30th, 2020, the police clearance certificates were issued without any actual physical police verification. Okay, so let me repeat it. If the permanent address on your application form and on your passport matches, the police clearance certificates were issued without actual police verification. So I applied for my police clearance certificate on April 30th. That is the day when the BLS got my application, and they gave me my PCC, or I got my PCC in my hand at my home on May 13th. So I am pretty sure they did not do any police verification in this case. Secondly, I have been reading through some forums, and what is mentioned on those forums is that for 13 years or so after issuance of your passport, so let's say if your passport was issued 13 years back, and today if I go and apply for a police clearance certificate, they will not do any actual physical police verification. So that was till April 30th. Okay, now that brings us to the second point. Now let's discuss the what is the second point, that what are the actual changes that have been made for the police clearance certificate issuance. So now starting April 30th, I have been seeing a lot of people complaining, or even my close friends who have applied for PCC, they are saying that they got some emails saying that their application is pending at their local police station for verification. So when we analyzed a little more on this, what we found was the Consulate General of India have updated their websites. So I have seen Toronto website, Vancouver website, and Ottawa website. All three websites have updated their police clearance certificate page, saying that henceforth, irrespective of what permanent address you have mentioned on your passport and your CGI application form for police clearance certificate, there will be a physical police verification. Only after that it will be possible for the Consulate General of India to give you the police clearance certificates. So let me repeat this point. Earlier, police clearance certificates were issued immediately if you had the same permanent address of India mentioned on both the application form and passport form. But now, going ahead, irrespective of what permanent address you have mentioned, be it the same permanent address on your passport and CGI application form, or be it different permanent address on your application and CGI form, it doesn't matter. Police verification is supposed to happen, and it is going to happen. Okay, so now this will bring us to the third point. What are the impacts of this, and what should we do to minimize those impacts? So the first point is impacts. Now, because of this physical police verification that is supposed to happen, this is going to definitely add to the timelines that will be needed for you to get the police clearance certificates. Okay, so earlier Toronto was issuing police clearance certificate within 4 days. Okay, that's what was mentioned on their website, that if they receive from the day that the Consulate General of India receives the application for PCC, they will issue the police clearance certificate within 4 days. But now if I go to the Toronto CGI website, we can clearly see that they have mentioned that they will need 8 weeks. 8 weeks, yeah, you heard it right, 8 weeks to issue the police clearance certificate. So from 4 days they have jumped to 8 weeks now. So now I can't see that update. I mean, the timelines at least I don't see have been updated on Ottawa and Vancouver CGI websites. So, but I'm pretty sure that the timelines there as well have increased. Now, what should we do in these scenarios? What are the precautionary measures, or rather, what are the measures that we can take to minimize the impact on this? So guys, if whatever reason you are going to need the PCC for, okay, make sure you apply the PCC well in advance. For example, that you need the Indian PCC for Canada PR. Now in this scenario, you can apply for Indian PCC well in advance. You don't really need to wait for getting an ITA for that, because the Indian PCC stays valid unless and until you go back to India. So I have made another video on the expiry of Indian PCC. You can check the link above to see that video. But irrespective of what reason you are going to apply the Indian PCC for, don't wait till that actual time arrives. Okay.
Okay guys, so that's it for today's video. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel because we will be coming up with more such videos. Stay healthy and have a good one.